Yes, the market may be in the red, but I've got some good news for you, Stellar fans. Some ecosystem juice. We'll also talk some XLM price action. XRP, we got a bunch of ETFs that are set to go live in the next several days. I've got the updated dates for you. There's a big bubble brewing, but it's not in crypto, but could severely affect crypto in the entire globe. We'll talk that, price action, along with...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
We got some red up on the screen, but the volume is absolutely bonkers. 240 billion in the last 24 hours. I was part of that volume. Any of you out there into that action? I got a few deals, baby. Now, before we get into the news, the red up on the screen and the altcoin season end index, that doesn't matter. XRP's new updated dates for those ETFs. You know the deal. You're the viewer. You matter most. So I share your comments at the beginning of every video. Mark Duran says, hey, Klaus, this channel is awesome. I just found it today. Well, thank you, Mark. Says, thank you, buddy. It's good to be diversified into the metals, gold, and silver. I completely agree. Whenever there's an opportunity to buy the shiny stuff, I buy it. It's just, it's been super expensive as of late because a lot of people are hedging against the big bubble that could destroy us all. Shane Wilkins, channel member. Thank you, Shane. And dropping support on the channel as well. Thank you, Shane, again. Says, thanks, brother. Keeping up is hard to do right now, but you're steady as ever. We appreciate you. Trust me, it's not fun bringing up stories where we're in the red, stories about fears of market crashes, but I got to bring in the news, good, bad, happy, or sad. Bitcoin, 91,237, ETH, 3,033. Yeah, I bought some ETH under 3. Yay. XRP at 216, BNB at 950. Look at ADA, 46 cents. hbar under 14.5 right now, and XLM under a quarter. Nuts. Altcoin season, look, who cares when the prices are red? It's 32 out of 100 for those of you that care. Already touched on the volume. $250 billion right now. What about inflows? No. More outflows. Both BTC and ETH had good, solid amounts of outflows. Almost $500 million worth total. Bitcoin slides below 90,000 for the first time in months and months and months as traders grow cautious. Bitcoin fell below 90,000 for the first time in 7 months on Tuesday, and the latest sign that investor appetite for risk is drying up across financial markets. The risk-sensitive cryptocurrency has lost all of this year's gains and is now a 30% below its all-time high that was just a month ago. Jesus, that's nuts. About 1.2 trillion has been wiped off the total market of all cryptocurrencies in the past 6 weeks, according to market tracker CoinGecko. Market participants said that a combination of doubts around future U.S. interest rate cuts and the risk-averse mood in broader markets, which have wobbled after a long rally. What else is the big problem? AI. We'll get into it. The cascading sell-off is amplified by listed companies and institutions exiting their positions after piling in during the rally, compounding contagion risks across the market. So basically, a whole bunch of players were FOMOing, and now they're selling, trying to get any profit they can. Look at the BTC chart here. Look at these lows. We got lows of 89,300 right here. Way early this morning or super late last night, depending on what time you're sleeping. Volume for BTC is absolutely nuts right now as well. But look at this, though. This is crazy in terms of the price action. Zooming out, you can't even cover the nastiness right here. I'm on the hour chart, and you can see, look, all-time highs, and then poop-a-roni sandwiches, everyone. AI bubble fears wipe out Bitcoin's 2025 gains. That's right. The AI bubble is freaking everyone out right now. And it's such a big bubble that it could destroy the crypto markets, stock markets, a whole bunch of markets out there. Its fall was described as an ominous signal for wider markets, talking about BTC, after a chaotic period over the past week when Wall Street sell-off was followed by a sharp plunge in the FTSE 100 on Friday. So global stock indices having some problems as well. Investors are anxious over warning signs that a surge in AI stocks has propelled U.S. markets to a series of highs that could be proven to be overdone. Ooh. Chip maker NVIDIA, which reports financial results tomorrow, has been the biggest beneficiary of the bull run, making it the world's most valuable company, but it's based on the bubble, and that's what they're saying. They're saying this bubble is blowing up valuations everywhere, and these valuations are maybe just that, in a bubble. Yesterday, however, it emerged that tech billionaire Peter Thiel had sold his entire stake in NVIDIA worth $100 million. This follows a decision by Japanese investing giant SoftBank to dump its 4.4 billion pounds in the chip maker. Whoa. Markets are also worried about the path of U.S. interest rates. Jobs data due out this week is delayed after a 43-day U.S. government shutdown. And people won't trust the data because it's not going to be as accurate. So what has that done? It pushed ETH below the 3,000 mark. And yes, I did gobble up on some of that action. Look at these ETH prices right here. A fair chunk of time under 3. Yes, no, I can't say that. That's a lie because I couldn't get into one exchange in on time. I got almost all my orders in except for one. What about you? Were you blacked out or were you able to buy some dipperoni? Seriously, I'm going to keep playing the ETH pump and dump because ETH has got a lot of support from the bigs out there, and we've seen this pattern time and time again. Now, good news for Stellar XLM family and WireX. WireX and Stellar launched dual stablecoin Visa settlement. Oh, okay. So they're not using XP. No, they're using Visa settlement with USDC. WireX, a global digital payment leader and principal Visa member, has gone live with a dual settlement stablecoin using USDC and EURC on the Stellar blockchain. Great for the ecosystem, but native token holders, ooh, not so great. Developed in partnership with the Stellar Development Foundation, WireX Pay, WireX's on-chain stablecoin infrastructure, allows real-time settlement of card payments directly from self-custody wallets by integrating USDC and EURC on settlements, etc. WireX bypasses traditional banking rails. I like that. Let's listen. Pete Medvedev, co-founder of WireX, said stablecoin native settlement is no longer a concept, it's live at scale, providing tangible benefits for users globally. Our partnership with Stellar allows us to offer fast, programmable, and borderless payments while integrating seamlessly with Visa. Juicy ecosystem news, price action, not reacting to it at all. The macros that I described earlier about rates, jobs, the AI bubble, what's going on with the regs, that is a worse, like a bigger negative factor, right? That negative factor holds more power than some positive WireX and Stellar news. Stellar's low here as of late, 24.38. You've seen in back-to-back candlesticks right here on the 17th of November. Yeah. Zooming out on that, look at this. Zoom out to the 1 hour chart. We were talking 45, 48 cent XLM just a couple months ago, and now about 50% off from that time period. Absolutely nuts. All right, updated times for ETFs. By the way, is XLM on your list of discounts that you're gobbling up right now? I did a video yesterday of what I bought. I bought two things. I bought ETH and one other thing. What did I buy? Well, it's going to be linked at the end of this video. Here are the updated timelinings for the remaining spot XRP ETF launches. The Bitwise, get ready. And oh yeah, by the way, I'm going to read a bunch of dates off. If you don't catch them, don't worry. This article, all my other articles will be linked in the description below so you can read them at your convenience. The Bitwise XRP ETF has the earliest launch window of November 20th, just 2 days away. Nice. Bitwise updated its S1 on October 31st. You're like, well, how are they doing it? They're using that clause where it says, hey, SEC, if you don't say yay or nay, we get automatic approval in 20 days. Interestingly, in a tweet on Monday, Bitwise even teased an upcoming development without adding context. You will not believe what I just heard, the statement read. Oh my gosh, FOMO action, we're melting faces. Meanwhile, the Grayscale XRP ETF has a launch date in November 24th. They updated their S1 on the 3rd. Franklin Templeton is set to go on the 24th as well, after updating theirs on the 4th. Let's see. The other issue is what? Wisdom Tree and CoinShares in 21 shares did not have the correct language in there in order to get the dates done correctly. You know, with the new provision of, hey, you automatically approve it in the 20 days. Now, that being said, I had some opportunities yesterday to buy some ETFs. Didn't, though. I went for native token instead. Would you rather get into ETFs or native token? Now, XRP has seen a local low here of just around 211. We've seen that now happen several different candlesticks. We're up a little bit from there. Volume is actually bonkers at $6.75 billion. But again, the story is what? Big macros and a bubble is putting a lot of pressure on our favorites. XRP at the beginning of November was at $2.50. Yo, we've almost eroded. Well, we have eroded 40 cents in there, almost 20% from the peaks. Just what? 8 days ago? That's craziness. Zoom out to the 1 hour chart and you see what? More of the same. We're on the 8th of August. XRP was at $3.30 plus. Dude, we've lost $1.15 in 2-3 freaking months. This is absolutely horrible. And I'm telling you, the fears with AI now are going to be big and they're going to keep growing. The Fed and their rate cut decisions are going to be a big problem as Jerome Powell and the Fed prepares the market for a pause in December. Yeah, maybe we only get 2 cuts this year. And with the regs window pushed out, all the alt fans, myself included, are thinking, oh shit, are we going to get screwed again by the government? And I want you to really think about those time frames with XLM and XRP touching some juicy action not too long ago. I just shared with you that XRP had some decent price action about 8 days ago, and we're down like 20% from that. XLM is down about 50% from its highs over the last couple months. Yeah, massive erosion in the markets. ETH under 3. BTC goes under 90,000. There are fears spreading all around the crypto market. And right now everyone's wondering, hey, wait a minute. What's going to be the signal to get us out of there? Well, the signal is going to come from the Senate that actually says, yeah, we want to work on regs. The other signal could come from what? Bigger macro players out there like the Fed saying, yo, we will cut in December, even though the odds right now are saying that they won't. If we get that, that could definitely help us out. The ETFs so far have been a nothing burger. I had the opportunity to buy some ETFs or native token yesterday, and guess what I picked? Native token. I'm like, why dance with the ETF? Pay some fees on there when I could just get the native token and make some money off of that. But right now, it's pretty much everything on sale. You got to be strategic and you got to have cash ready. And my best advice I always give is you got to use those shiny things, the metals, to help you hedge. Why? Well, because as crypto has melted faces, yeah, we know what those cringe thumbs look like, the metals have been holding strong. So as the red has been happening in crypto, the metals have been doing actually pretty good. Sale on a 5, you better believe it. Sailor bought the dip. He bought a lot of it, but MicroStrategy, now known as Strategy stock, is suffering. A lot of ETFs are suffering. Have you looked at Circle's price action? Speaking of Circle and stables, what about Stellar doing a little bit of Visa stablecoin dual action? Good for the ecosystem, not helping out native token price. I'm going to keep bringing news whether the market is good, bad, happy, or sad. Unfortunately, it's been sad lately. Don't worry. When it's good, I'll be bringing you that juice as well. Choo choo what? Well, the sign says it behind me. Choo choo bitches.